then it's back to jugging. I might just hit some stains, then it's back to booking. I'm somewhere with the gang, smoking on.
Yo, what's up?
What up, Reese?
Man, boy, back from the dead.
How you feeling, G?
Back from the dead.
Yo.
I'm all right, though.
Welcome back to Off Stage with Dubs and Reese, man. We've been gone a minute, man.
Man.
Let the people know what's been going on with you.
It's been a road. So I just had surgery following Thanksgiving. Yeah. And for everybody who know me or people that don't know me, I was born with a bone disease. And
what's the name of it?
It's called rickets. It run through our family.
Make your head big. Rickets
do all that.
Is a head.
Immediately. No, but I had an injury the day my sister died, August 24th, which is also the day my brother turned 40. And I just had an injury that I couldn't walk no more. And that's part of the bone disease, but this injury felt different. So I went in, and they told me I needed one surgery to fix it, but then they said it'll be better if I got a full corrective surgery. So we started the process of making my legs, which was bow, still is partially, to make them straight.
And how many surgeries you gonna need?
I'm gonna need 3 surgeries. I just did
three more?
No, 2 more. I just did the biggest one.
So let me ask you this: after doing this one, is you gonna do the other 2?
Yeah.
You still finna do it?
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna be like, man, fuck them other surgeries.
So in the process of it, as I'm in surgery, anesthesiologist, they had a breathing tube down my mouth and something connected to my mouth. And then when they went to pull it out, all my front teeth came out.
They knocked your teeth out?
Yes, they did. That's why I got the off-stage mask on.
Let us see, G. Let us see them motherfuckers. Now, yeah. You look like your daddy, nigga. Take that mask off. We real niggas,
Take
man.
the mask off?
Man, fuck that shit.
All right, mask coming off, mask off.
We seen JD before.
Mask off.
With no teeth. You gonna get them fixed?
Yeah, they gonna pay for everything.
You finna get a brand new mouth.
Yeah,
I want them niggas to knock my shit out. they gonna get you right?
Yeah, they gonna get me right. But that was...
But but if you got 2 more surgeries, how you gonna like...
Well, what I'm going for is all new everything.
Right, but shouldn't you wait to get your teeth done to after the surgeries?
Not because those can be removed in a way.
Oh, you gonna get snatch out?
No, I ain't gonna get snatch out like that.
Gonna get snatch out. Oh, the pull out joints. Okay.
Well, the dentist can take something out, like you take a grill out.
Yeah, you gonna get the.
It's called all on 6.
Hey man, I'm just glad to be back.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We back. 5th episode.
5th episode.
That's crazy.
A lot of shit done happened too.
That's crazy.
We lost a cousin. Yo, this show is dedicated to Asia, G.
Asia.
You know what I'm saying?
Lorraine,
we just been
Williams.
getting hit left and right.
Yeah.
But we back. It's good to be back. We just had Christmas. Tomorrow's actually New Year. This is our last show of 2024.
Yeah.
So we had to end it with a fucking bang. Yeah, clap it up. Weapons was forming. Them motherfuckers was forming.
Forming? They formed.
They was prospering like a motherfucker.
They formed.
Yeah. Damn. But we still here.
I was in bed for 20 days, G.
20 days.
20 days. I was in the bed.
Did you know you was gonna be that emotional? This nigga cried every day.
Nigga. I'm talking about right now. Say some shit. I'm crying.
Yeah,
I'm GP.
G.
I don't know why. I listen to gospel every single day.
But what made you do it? Because people don't know. Like our whole family, not whole family, but it's a lot of people in our family that has rickets. And in our family, it was like they didn't touch their legs. Nobody did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a ritual or something.
Yeah, it was like, no, you don't. You just get that check. You get that SSI. Cause that's what it was about. You get that bread.
I ain't got one of those.
And then,
Let me
but
get
what made you?
get a
Because
check.
you know you going. You know, Grandma and Essie.
What you
They
think?
rolling. Boy, they mad as hell.
No, boy.
Boy, they too
No,
salty.
sir.
They
No,
like,
sir.
boy, don't touch them legs.
Nah, that's who I thought about, Grandma.
You think Grandma would approve?
Yep.
You think so?
Yeah.
Grandma be like, boy, you a bitch ass nigga.
But
Touch them legs. Get your bitch ass out my room. Soon as you would have came in there, Reese don't come in here with that bitch ass shit. Keep them legs.
Oh my God.
Keep them legs I gave you, boy.
Ooh, shit. Damn.
Grandma wouldn't have went.
Nah, but yeah, because I've been defying the odds
Right.
since I was born, so it was almost like destiny that I'm the one to do the surgery. So
Wait till Gene run up on your ass, boy.
shit, if the surgery over, he won't be able to catch me.
Wait till these. We got real bow-legged OG people in our family.
We do.
And wait till Brad run up on you, boy. CJ.
Well, actually, I think
What CJ get?
CJ got
He
it.
got
too.
new hips too? Reese got this nigga got a, I was telling the comics, Bald Head was like, that nigga got a BBL. I'm like, this nigga
Man,
got
he
some-
called me like, nigga, what you doing?
man.
You got a BBL? You finna come out taller, huh? I'm like,
But,
man, G,
hey.
I'm just working.
As we do on off stage, man, we got an amazing guest. The end the year off, a nigga
Yeah.
that's been putting it down in
Yeah.
the shy for
Yeah.
a long time. But people don't know, he really started clean, started doing comedy clean.
Right,
He did in the beginning.
right. I
And
remember.
then, you know, he still don't curse a whole lot, but he curse. I want everybody to put their hands together, man. To the brother to my right, introducing Ronnie Phunny George, man. Make some noise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling, G?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, man.
Man, don't do that motherfucking voice, man.
Okay, cool.
Just
Okay, cool.
be
Taking no job.
this
nigga.
nigga. This nigga was finna pour it on.
Pretty good there. Yeah.
We just chopping it up, G. How
Yes,
you
sir.
doing? You
Man,
good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. 2024 was pretty decent, man. I'm ready for 25. That's
Really?
all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Decent in every way, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Good and bad.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yes, sir.
So, is you familiar with the show, G, or what?
Well, a little bit. I've seen
little
a few
bit,
clips
few
of it.
clips.
Yeah, I've seen a
You
few
fucking
clips.
with it?
Super
Super?
hard.
That's
yeah,
what's up.
super hard. I done shared the clips and everything.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
I knew we
Appreciate
was gonna have you on. I just didn't know when. But I was like, it ain't no need to keep waiting. I'm gonna have my brother on. You
Yes,
know, for those
sir.
who don't know, that's my brother. That's Reese's cousin. You
Yep.
know, I just want to go take him through your journey of like how you started comedy. When did you start? Do you remember your first time getting on stage?
Yeah. My first time getting on stage as a comedian.
Where?
Actually. It was at Jokes and Notes.
Ooh.
It was at Jokes and Notes. Lil Real was hosting. You was there, bald head. I remember exactly. My first time was at Jokes and Notes, and Lil Real was hosting. That's what I remember. And I had signed the list a few weeks. Didn't go up.
Yeah.
And then once I finally go up, I remember Real telling you, like, man, your brother signed the list. He don't know what he want to do, because I was rapping at the time.
Yeah.
You already knew Real now.
Right. I knew Real from the scene already, and so I went up at Jokes and Notes for the first time doing comedy. Yeah, but I had a rap group and stuff before that. Actually, we was Low Budget Productions.
Low budget.
Low budget.
I was rapping and making the beats for a group, about 4 or 5 of us. We had one female, and Lil Real used to host. Lil Real, Meechie, and Wildcat used to host at a spot called the Majestic. It was on 82nd and Western.
Yeah.
And so me and my rap group would perform there, and they would take turns hosting. So Real, Meechie, and Wildcat would host 1 week a piece, and then that's where I met those guys there. So about time you started doing comedy and introduced me to Jokes and Notes, I was already familiar with those guys.
So I put you on the Jokes and Notes.
Right.
Yeah, you put me on the comedy period. Actually.
How long after he started did you see it and be like,
Actually, it didn't go like that. I was never like, ooh, it just happened.
Okay.
You know, I would watch guys on stage, And by me just being naturally funny,
Right.
I would see guys that wasn't funny at all, and I would be like, I could do that.
And
Right.
what was crazy,
Right.
I was like waiting, like, when you gonna start?
Yeah.
Because it was like, there's no reason that you shouldn't be doing comedy. But he was rapping.
Right.
Right.
He was
I
like,
remember.
"No, I'm doing music.
I remember the rap dream.
Yeah.
You was good too.
But it
boy.
really took about 2 years in real time.
Right.
Because I started 07, you started about 09, 2010.
Right.
It took about 2 years
Right.
for you to start. Now, your first time, how did it go? Did it go good? Or
Yeah, the first time I went, well, by me working in the barber shop for those years, I had kind of gained my audience already, my timing and everything. And then I had stage presence for being on stage. So my first time getting on stage, it was actually pretty decent. You know, I was pretty used to it. I wasn't nervous. You know, I was just used to being on stage already. And my first time, I just had a really good set. I took the stuff from the barber shop that I was making people
saying.
laugh with already.
Yep.
I would jot stuff down, and then by the time I went on stage for the first time, I was pretty much ready. It was a 5-minute set, jokes and notes, used to be cracking,
Right.
150 people,
Right.
drinking, laughing, having a good time. And it was a good set. You know, I remember having a really good set, people just laughing, and I remember saying to myself, like, okay, it's pretty easy like I thought, you know what I mean?
And we come from a pretty funny family too. I remember just putting shows together in the basement and recording them, skits. And so did that prepare you in any way for the big stage?
Oh yeah. I think growing up in a family of like 9, I think the more personalities around you, it helps develop your personality. So about time when it came to me being on stage and around people and stuff, I was used to it already. Right. So making people laugh was easy for me when I first got on stage because my sisters, they would laugh at everything I said growing up.
Right.
In the classroom, I was a class clown. So that transition was pretty easy for me. You know what I mean? That's why I say
it was easy, and that's why for us, we didn't have to get funny.
Right.
We had to learn how to do stand up.
Right.
But far as presence and owning it, we had that. We came in, you know, a lot of stuff that guys got to work on.
Right.
We didn't have to work on
Right.
it. We just had to learn. And for him rapping, he already had delivery and
Yeah.
stage presence. He had that from rapping and performing.
Right.
So it was easy. But a lot of people don't, even now, still don't believe we real brothers. They'll be
Really?
asking every day when y'all real brothers, y'all got the same mama. So we be like, yes, until we do this DNA,
Right.
you know, until you know. But from what our mom told us, yeah, we got the same family and you know. But how do you feel? Let me ask you this: do you feel you get your just due in comedy? Do you feel that you get the respect in the game?
not really.
No?
No,
Shit.
not
Do you
at
think
all.
you have an idea why? Or
Well, yeah, it's a lot of things. For one, I just believe that the attitude and the cutthroat the business offer, I don't play that game.
Right.
You know, I don't cut throats. I don't backbite. I don't go behind people's backs. I don't beg to get on stage. I don't ask for stage time. So the thirsty guys are always going to beat me to the punch. You know, I show up to a show. It's somebody's 30th-year anniversary show, and it's 1 million people there already, you know, going up on the list, they favorites. And so in those situations, I just be like, you know, I'm not going to ask for stage time. Whatever. If you're not going to put me up and come to me, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I got enough skin in the game for you to understand. Like, if you want me to go up, you're going to ask me. You know what I mean? So, and stuff like that, as far as auditions and just festivals and stuff like that, I feel like if you're not coming to me, you know what I mean, I'm not the type to ask for no time or nothing like that.
Okay.
So in that aspect, I feel like, no, because a lot of thirsty guys going to beat me to the punch. And that's cool, you know, because I feel like what's for me is for me. You know what I mean?
So do you feel like do you want to change that? Is it something you feel like you should do, or you just good where you at? Like, what's the goal? What's the end game?
I think that by me never really wanting to be a comic, You know, I never wanted to be a comic. And
shit.
Right, and I still don't. I don't want to be a comedian.
Okay.
I'm not a comedian at heart. I'm just funny. Just naturally funny. And then by you start doing comedy, I realized that it was just another opportunity for me to advance and just do what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I think once you started doing comedy professionally, it just opened up another door for me. You know, I do want to do movies.
Something you could just
Right.
do.
I do want to act. You know, I want to do stuff like that, but be a stand-up comedian was never the goal for me. You know, I was just following up behind my brother because he started doing comedy. And one day, I ain't never tell you this. One day I was cutting hair, because I do cut hair. And one day I was in the shop cutting hair, and one of my customers asked me, he was like, this is where I started doing comedy. You know, well, eventually I probably would have started because it was just so natural. But what really made me start, one of my clients told me one day, he was like, I heard your brother doing comedy. You know, we was at Top Notch on Cicero. Shout out, Top Notch. He was like, I heard your brother doing comedy now. You know, you had just started at Jokes and Notes. And I was like, yeah. You know, he was like, man, that's what's up. And he was like, you should do it too, Ronnie. And I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. You know, which wasn't a surprise to me. But he told me I should do it too. And it wasn't that. It was why he told me I should do it. He actually told me, what he said to me, like verbatim, he said, you should do it too. I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. He was like, and that'll make your brother stronger. And when he told me that, it made a lot of sense to me.
So you the reason I'm strong. Okay. That's all I heard. That's all I hear. That's all I hear.
And at the time, I was actually, remember I used to ride with you in the trucks?
Yeah.
I was actually training with you in the trucks. And Bishop Rogers used to preach a message. He said, follow the favor. He said, follow the favor. And he would talk to me, and that was his message to me one day, like, follow the favor. So at the time, you was the favor in the trucks, and you was the favor in comedy. So me doing comedy was really taking my client's advice and saying, that'll just give you an extra boost too. And it'll just make us stronger. Two brothers in the comedy game. It made sense. So that's how I ended up doing comedy. It was never really about me being some type of big celebrity or whatever, you know. It was really just helping my brother out and being a strong duo, you know.
And that explains a lot, because it just come natural for you, and it's just something you can do.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes people like not mad but envious when you ain't doing what people think you should be doing, and it just comes easy for you. It's just like I guess how they feel about Anthony Davis, right? Like, he could just play, and you just be like, nigga, if you just he don't want it like that. Right.
Nah.
He just play because he want to play. He good at it, you know. But you got those guys who's writing jokes all day and studying. We never had to be those guys. Like, people be like, do you? I got a process of how I write jokes and do stand up, but I'm not by far what Chris Rock and them do and what them niggas. No, it's different, you know.
Do you want to get there?
Yeah, I want, but see, I've learned that I don't have to do that.
Okay.
Right? I don't have to do what you do.
Right.
I still have to do my process and what I got to do, but, you know, and I want to ask you, in the beginning, what was the goal for you when you first started, like going to Jokes and Notes? What was things that you had to do in the beginning?
Far as,
like, was it, like Mike, we asked Mike Samp, and he was like, his goal was just to get on the flyer.
Just to get on the flyer, yeah.
Okay.
What was at the beginning when you first started?
Okay. When I first started, I just, my goal, my end goal from the beginning was, I was rapping and I wanted to create more stage opportunities for me. So I saw an opportunity to get on stage, even though it was comedy, it was a different thing, but I said this will open up more doors for me in the rap in the music industry. So I just started doing it that way.
Because you still rap now,
Yeah,
nigga. Like,
yeah.
This nigga would do 30 minutes before his set.
And there's freestyle. I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm always rap.
You was rapping the other night. I'm leaving the show, and I'm just hearing a nigga rap. I'm like, then I come back in. This nigga got the whole crowd. I'm like, this
is that the dream? Is rapping the
Still
dream?
want to rap?
Yeah, I'ma always do music. You know, I'ma always do music. I'ma always rap. I'ma always make beats, rap. You know, I'ma always do music. That's my real love. You know, comedy is something that I do just because I can do it. You know, it comes natural, comes easy. I don't have to put no effort
Jokes
into
comes
it.
easily and frequently.
And so and a lot of people get mad at me.
You know how many people finna be mad after they see you say,
But they know
This
that.
ain't even
People
really-
know.
Well-
People know who. Cause I remember Michi Hall told me that. He said the problem going to be for people like you is because you're so funny and you could do it. It's actually just doing it.
yeah,
That's the hardest part when you can really do something. You really good because you so talented. You want to do like he played a guitar. He could
Right.
do a lot of stuff.
yeah.
So to focus on one thing, that's the challenge.
That's
for him.
hard.
But when you can only do one thing, that's all you can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Just doing a lot of different stuff. I actually, it's comedy. By comedy not being my first love, I think I don't take it like that, and it make a lot of guys mad. So when competitions and festivals come up and stuff, I'm not applying for them, and it seems like I'm not applying myself. And people ask me, why you ain't getting that? Why you ain't doing that? And I'm like, oh, it's okay, you know. And they looking at me like,
And I get it. You don't like the business
Yeah.
of stand up.
right, the politics.
The politics,
Yeah.
you know, which is what I've learned, which is a lot of people don't like the business, right? What I learned is you need another person
To handle
to
that.
handle the business,
Yeah.
right? You need a person to take care of that stuff that you don't want to be involved with, the clubs, and because all you want to do is perform.
Right.
All you want to do is be funny, write your jokes, perform. You don't want to handle, like you said, the backstabbing and all, which people have to do.
Yeah.
People have to say, yo, I'm funnier than Ronnie.
Yeah.
What do you want? 800? Give me 300.
Yep.
They're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you have representation, you have a manager, they're going to be doing that on your behalf. So you don't have to, but I get it. So as far as music, where are you at now? Are you still, because I remember at one time you used to play for churches. Do you still play?
Yeah, off and on. I play for a few churches here, off and on. When they got the money and you know ain't tripping, you know, church man.
But I thought they had the money.
No, not all the time. You know, they gonna play their organ players and they drummers, and then like they bass guitar players and stuff. Those are bonuses, and so it's a lot, man. It's a lot of politics and everything.
And what you play?
I play lead guitar.
Okay.
Lead
So
guitar.
the good top players is like the low in the church game?
Oh yeah. Oh
Really?
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they-
So who first, the organist or the
The,
drummer?
Drum-
the organ
Oh,
player.
the
The
organ?
The
organ?
keyboard player.
That's the number one.
Yes, top notch.
Mm.
Top notch. He could come in high, naked, anything. They don't care.
They respect their
Yeah,
organist.
man, they love him.
They respect their organist.
Love him. He could get away with anything. Yep.
That's crazy, man. I love it though, G. And I just like as far as comedy, because we do comedy, and a lot of people, when they see me, a lot of people always ask about you. And I know when people see you, they ask about me. And one thing I don't like is when like people try to pit us together against each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People will see me and be like, you funnier than your brother. Or, and I'll be like, what, nigga, we brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing this for that. And in
Right.
fact, in comedy, I make it my business for us to always be tight, because in comedy, a lot of brothers ain't cool.
They not.
They not. With
not.
Chris Tucker and I
Chris
think
Rock.
they could. No, Chris Tucker and Dexter Tucker, I think they good. But like Joe Torre and Guy Torre,
Right.
they don't necessarily
Right.
get along. Chris and Tony, I think, you know, it be some stuff. But I know a lot of brothers in comedy, it be kind of crazy. And I be like, nigga,
Have y'all ran to a problem where somebody got to pick one of y'all over the other?
not that I know, not that we like, not that I would know. I mean, if they did, they had to do it on their own. But I mean, not telling us and be like, which one of y'all know. But
And we so different too. By us being so different and our styles being so different, it's like you know, they able to choose which one they want for a show. You know, it's
Right.
like you could get one or the other.
Right.
You know, let's say if you got a budget for, you're going to say, okay, I want to go with him because he got this type of swag or style, or we might want this type. So you get a variety and you get to choose which one you want. That's one of the good things about it, too. You get to choose. You know, you don't have to.
No, you
know.
don't.
You do a lot of church shows, Ron. What's your connection with the church?
Few things. Growing up in church, just being grounded in church all my life. Easter suits, Easter speeches. My mommy think I'm 6. My daddy think I'm 7. I don't care how old I am, long as I get to heaven. You know, that was my first Easter speech. Shout out to Womp. You know,
Womp?
Yeah, shout out to Womp. She taught me that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Holy Circle. Come on, somebody.
Holy Circle.
Just being grounded in church, man, and just being able to do clean too. That's a flex, man. A lot of people can't do clean comedy, and that's a flex to me. I could go into church and do some stuff, you know what I mean? So that's a flex, and I really like that too. Matter of fact, I'd rather do clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather do clean than the clubs and stuff. If I could just do church shows forever, I just do church shows.
Because at one point, it seemed like you was going into like a pastoral type of. I thought you was going to be a pastor before the comedy.
You know what? I mean, I like that, right? I like that route. And I think that might be for me a little bit, you know. I just think that when I first started out, I was in church heavy.
Yeah.
You know, I was married at the time. And I was going to church heavy, you know, that was my lifestyle. And I didn't curse.
Right.
So around the time I started getting on stage, I wasn't cursing. But since then, I kind of backslid, you know, and you know, when you backslide, you know. Sometimes it's backsliders, we just, you know.
Oh my God.
And so, you know, I just been slipping and sliding ever since.
I think that's a good lane. I mean, the whole point of comedy is finding your niche,
Right.
and finding your lane, and
Right.
staying in it. And I think that might, especially if you don't like the politics. I'm sure it's politics and clean comedy too, but I think that's a good lane. You know what I'm saying? Because we both do clean. I prefer to do the clubs. I don't like doing clean as much. I would do it, but it's so like it's. Some churches is more bogus than the clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You be like,
Bring you up to Lil Boosie.
man, or not even that. It's just like they attitudes.
Right,
Like, I can't
okay.
believe y'all Christians.
Right.
Like, you know, it's stuff like that. Cause I always say it's two type of churches, right? You got like regular church folks, and then you got like them super church people.
Yeah.
I don't want to do comedy for
them.
super church people.
Nah.
Who don't think nothing funny but
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
They not laughing. And if they pastor there, they not, it's like they can't even have a good time.
Right.
It's like they can't snap their fingers.
Right.
They can't wear perfume. It's like, I don't know. Them church people, no. But if they pastor, drink a little bit. It's now this church, these churches.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
some churches
That's
now.
super, yeah.
They bringing you up to Lil Boosie.
Right.
I'm like,
You can't tell a difference.
can't. So,
And churches have come a long way since we grew up. Since we came up in church, the churches we went to straight, sanctified, and you know, got to be straight by the book. Church came a long way. Now you can be a little bit more loose in church now. You know, shout out to Jeremiah Frazier and Lady Lunchabelle,
Yeah.
and Tony K and Stefan. Just some to name a few who real heavy in the clean comedy lane,
Yeah.
and they keep me and help me out with a lot of bookings and stuff as far as clean shows, because you know, clean shows is really different, man, and it really give you a chance to like explore that. And I love doing clean shows. I never knew that you like you. I thought that you like clean shows as much too. I know you like the clubs better.
No, I want the clubs because, right,
curse.
I just want to be able to not be judged.
Right,
You know,
right.
I feel like when you're doing church shows, you are being judged. Even though church supposed to be not judged, you're getting judged the most.
Right.
And it's like if you telling them you ain't quite saved
Right.
and they looking at you like something wrong. And it's like, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
If my life ain't together and I know I'm not right, But they looking at you like you supposed to be like,
Yeah.
no.
Mm-mm.
You
Man,
know?
I love the church show. When you go to a church and you know it's no cursing, right?
Right.
It's kids in the audience, you
Right.
know. It's older people, the mother's board, the choir director, and to do a 20 or 30 minute set, right? And you got the church people slayed out, you know. That's a different type of feeling, you know, all clean, no cursing, you know. It's a different type of vibe for me. It's easier, and I think that's more of my lane, you know what I mean?
We did Smoky Northfield Church. I like doing stuff like that,
Yeah.
right?
Big churches, right.
It and his church, they are under that type of umbrella. They not hold. I mean, I don't know if that's the right term, if I can say that.
What?
Not like holy,
Holy,
now,
right?
but they still.
But they
church
understand that it's people out here. You
It's
gotta be,
entertainment.
yeah.
Right.
You know, I don't like churches that bring in comedians and they're not having fun.
Right.
It's like,
Judgy.
Not laughing or nothing.
why would y'all bring us here and nobody wants to laugh and y'all feel like y'all only get to laugh when in heaven?
And that's what I think about some of these new pastors that's out.
I don't like that. Like I don't like the Christians that want everything in heaven. Like they want their car, they want their house.
Don't give it to me now.
Don't give it to me now. I need
Wait
to
till
die and pass over, then have fun. Miss me with that, church. I need my stuff now. You know, but
Do the church pay more?
Yeah. Yes.
sometimes
Churches pay more than the clubs, the comedy clubs.
Yeah?
Yeah, they do. Comedy clubs got a set wage. Normally comedy clubs book you. They say, okay, next weekend, you know, and we got this much in the budget, or this is what we pay our features. This is what we pay our openers. This is what we pay our hosts. Churches be like, how much would you charge for one day?
Yeah.
And you can announce your price that's more than what a comedy club would give you for a weekend.
Okay.
So churches got
and,
the budget
and
is
churches
bigger.
is under the donation act, so they gonna raise the money. They gonna ask people gonna
Right.
donate. So
Right.
they under a different type of umbrella.
You can set your price with the church as opposed to a comedy club. You get they budget.
Let me ask you this: what's your favorite place to perform? Past the present, where's your favorite, like where you just love to perform?
Well, it had to be Jokes and Notes, man. It had to be Jokes.
What was
and
it
Notes.
about Jokes and Notes?
Just to set up a black-owned comedy club on the south side of Chicago in Bronzeville, owned by a black woman.
Can't get no better than that.
That's it right there.
Can't get
Yeah.
no.
The atmosphere was amazing too.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
the way the doors closed, the way it was separate, the way
Everything. The ambience was just... And
how
you know
tight
what?
it was.
And since then, since they closed in like 2016, since they closed,
Damn, it's been that long.
I haven't met a comedy club that made me feel like
Yeah.
that
Oh.
since.
Yeah, I have. When you
Are you talking about? You talking about?
yeah, black owned.
You talking about
too.
Chicago? But you
No, I know what he's saying. That feeling of that. But when I went to Philly, and I was like, "Yo,
this it.
this is." And the thing is, as a comic, you know instantly
Yeah.
when you walk in, you be like, "This is one of those clubs,"
Right.
and you be on 10 because you are the ceiling's low,
Yeah.
it's packed, it's dark, it ain't no talking. Everybody finna pay attention. It's maybe 300 seats.
They drunk.
It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But, moving forward, man, I was gonna ask you, what's the worst place? Like, where do you dread to perform? Like, people call you and be like, "Yo, I want you," and you just be like, "I hate that place."
Well, it's this place called Francis. No.
You don't hate Francis.
No.
Francis?
You don't hate
Right.
Francis.
No.
Francis get on our nerves,
Right,
but
we gonna do it.
we gotta do
We
it.
gotta do
Yeah.
it. It just could be rough sometimes.
can be rough.
You know, and as comics, we show up for each other,
Right.
right? So we might have a comedian buddies that we'll perform in they spots, they clubs that we'll never do for anybody else.
Who owned Francis?
Marlon Mitchell.
Shout out to Marlon Mitchell with Francis, man. Do you remember that night at Jokes and Notes? You was with that nigga with the perm hair.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And Real roasted that nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. They roasted both of us.
They roasted you too?
Yeah. Yeah. They roasted both of us.
They did.
We was sitting at the table.
What was that nigga name?
Bunkers.
Where's Bunkers?
I haven't seen them since that day.
Wow.
Man, they heated us so bad.
Damn.
They heated us so bad.
They did.
You was there?
I was there.
They heated us so bad. We two niggas in the back sitting at a table by ourselves.
You was there?
Yeah,
he went up that night.
He put me up after.
Right after
You was
they roasted
you was
us.
somewhere else though when they was heating
thinking
them.
he was doing me a solid. And he was
He
like,
went up.
this is his brother. And he threw me up.
Put him up.
And I super bomb.
He couldn't get nothing going.
Nope. Because he had the energy so high.
Joe.
I couldn't fuck with it.
Oh my
That's when I learned how to ride
the
away.
energy. Right.
Real had the energy so high.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people was falling out their chairs,
they
bro.
heated us,
They was just falling out. So I supposed to went up and continue.
Right. He's supposed to got in on it. Right.
You didn't?
No.
Oh my God.
I went up there talking about, so it's a dog and a cat like anything else.
No.
Right.
And people looking at me like, because the way Real set me up
It was perfect.
was to go in and do it.
Right. Right. And he didn't touch on the subject.
No.
And they heated us. They heated us so bad. Real called comedians to the stage to freestyle to a beat about us.
Right.
So they did a cipher about us after Real roasted us. So you got Mike Sampson, them, all them went on stage, and there's like 4 or 5 comedians on stage, DJ playing the beat, and they rapping about us now, taking turns. Then he bring him up after that.
And that
Was you doing comedy at this point?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And that was early in my
Right,
career.
right.
It was early, like
Right.
the beginning.
Right. It was, man, yeah. Yeah,
So
they let us have it.
we also it's a lot of things that we always talk about on this show, which is Jokes and Notes
Yeah.
and the mansion. Ron has some experience
In the mansion?
in the mansion too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ronnie George.
The
Wait.
mansion.
Was he married at the time?
We don't know. I don't know when Ron got married. That's not to be talked about.
Man.
But all I know is when somebody told me, I told my brother. And do you remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
We trying to die.
Right.
He like, yeah.
I remember the mansions, man. The mansions, man. It was comedy, and it was the mansion. That was a bonus.
No, what was happening was every week we was doing shows at Jokes and Notes.
Right.
And there'd be girls there. See, my kid, I can't even, who brought these kids here, man? But next topic, man. You got
Moving right along.
moving right along.
Moving right along. Moving right along. Yeah, the mansion, man.
Oh, no, we don't got to talk about that.
Okay, right. Okay. Cool.
We know what it is.
Cool. Shout out to Big Tim Johnson.
That's
man.
your boy.
Yes, sir. Big Tim Johnson.
Tim Johnson coming
Damn.
through.
It was decent.
Oh, my God.
So it's 9 of y'all, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
9 of y'all. How was that? Like, how was that coming up? What did y'all have money? Was y'all poor? Like, explain.
We was pretty poor. It's pretty poor, but we had fun,
Okay.
and we was silly. We was raised in love, not survival.
Right.
We was raised in love, right? Which is weird because most times people poor, they raised in survival.
Right.
But we didn't have any money, but we had a lot of love. My mama taught us love. We went to church. We was raised in survival. So we had a lot of fun growing up. We didn't have toys, but we went outside and played. Or, you know, my mom did the best she could far as financially, and then she taught us to love each other.
Right.
So I think that's where a lot of our personalities come from, and a lot of the jokes and stuff, because we understand the best of both worlds. Like, we didn't have money, but we had fun.
Right.
We loved each other. Our cousins came over, spent the night. You know, we did things that we went outside, we played football, basketball. So we had regular childhood upbringing. We had good upbringing. Just not a lot of money, but a lot of love.
And then we didn't know we was poor.
Right.
Only till we got older. Then we was like, we kind of fucked up.
Like,
Yeah. But at the times, you don't know you poor. You know what I'm saying? But our house was the lit house where people came,
it was.
And
spend the night.
right. And we had a lot of cousins.
Yeah.
And, you know, a big family helps. You know what I mean? Big family help. And so that was one of, I think that's what, to me, that plays a bigger part in it, just having a lot of brothers and sisters. So I'm the middle child of like 6 girls, right? I have one sister over me, one sister under me, 5 over me, right? I'm the middle boy between 6 girls, right? Never washed dishes growing up.
Right. They never do
You know,
shit.
never really had to do nothing. Just surrounded by 6 girls, you know. And so that kind of shaped my personality too. So
So now you ain't washing the dish.
I ain't
At all.
Man, I ain't washing no dishes. But I'm a beast at that garbage though.
Yeah.
I'm a garbage beast. I'll come over your crib, get your garbage together though.
Take that motherfucker
Man,
right out.
Straight up. You be neat in the back alley. Somebody be like, man, who did their garbage? I should do a garbage business. Y'all are supporting me.
Well, here's what's funny to me. Where did Ronnie Phunny George come from?
Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
That name came from actually. I went to barber school, and I used to wear blue a lot, blue and white, you know. And this guy started calling me Ron G.
Right.
Right. He started calling me Ron G, and so everybody called me Ron G. You know, barbershop. That became my barbershop name. From barber school to the shop I would begin to work at. And then all the guys, everybody started calling me Ron G. And then when I started comedy, the name Ron G was taken already.
Right.
So I said, I want to keep the initials RG. So I just came up with Ronnie Phunny George, you know, and funny with a PH.
Okay.
Just to make sure it was different. So that's how I came up with the name Ronnie Phunny George. I just wanted to keep the Ron G. And Ron G was taken. So I just became Ronnie George.
But you didn't have to change it, nigga.
I know, but I did want a comedy name though. I wanted a different comedy name too. Like, you know.
What's your rap name?
My rap name is damn, I forgot. I forgot. It's been so long. I gotta go back and listen to the tapes.
No, what was your rap name? For real.
Ron G.
Ron G.
Right.
See, in rap I could be Ron G.
But in comedy,
Right.
no.
Right.
I got a question. It was 9 of y'all. A lot of y'all funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think Gina could have did comedy?
For sure.
Yeah. She did
For
comedy
sure.
before. She went up at your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
She went up at one of his rooms he was hosting.
The only reason Gina won, because she was just always sick.
Right.
But if Gina won sickly,
Explain to the people who Gina is.
Gina was my big sister.
Right.
She passed away in 22?
22, 23, 22.
Oh, 22.
Damn.
Yeah. But she, come on, man.
Yeah.
Gina,
Yeah.
easy.
She went up before.
Easy.
Because I think she's supposed to be in comedy.
And she rapped
And
too.
she rapped too.
Yeah.
She a
She
freestyle.
rapped and sold drugs.
Yeah.
like Gina was about that life.
Gina was a
Super.
G.
You know what I'm
Super.
saying? So definitely could have did. Shannon could do
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
Shannon type of comedy.
Shannon could do stand up. You know what I'm
Bold,
saying?
dark.
But Gina,
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Gina nigga was
And
funny.
she was right. She was funny.
She was
Gina
funny.
was
She was.
funny. You know,
She
she
was.
was funny. You know, just given the opportunity and a healthy lifestyle, it would have been over. You know, because she did the best she can with what she had. You know, but just an opportunity like we got, I could just see her right there.
Yeah,
You know,
she could have did it.
freestyle.
Bubway could do comedy
Ooh, yeah.
if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He could do stand up. It's just the fact of just doing it and sticking with it and just staying with it. But that Bubway, Gina, Shannon could have did comedy.
And my sister Karen, I think that My sister Karen. I think that's how I found out. I think that's what gave me the confidence to know I was funny. It was my sister Karen.
How?
Because Karen would always laugh at everything I said. Everything growing up. Everything. Karen always laughed at everything I said.
Karen Silver.
And that's when I started thinking I was funny because of her.
You never knew that.
She laughed at everything was funny to her. And so I think that helped me a lot in like just knowing I was funny. Then the barbershop, of course, too.
Remember one of your homies from the barbershop tried to do comedy?
Oh, yeah.
Alden.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alden. He came one night, got on stage, and he felt that heat.
Ooh.
See, people don't know from when you get on stage, something happens.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Right?
different.
It don't go like you think it's going to go.
It ain't the barbershop.
And he stepped out and he was like, he said something and it didn't go over.
Because he was funny in the shop.
Funny.
In the shop.
Did he finish his set?
Boy, fuck. He said something and he was like, yeah, that's my time, dog. I'm gone. And never done it again.
He actually dropped the mic.
Dropped the mic, G.
Like, not put it back in the thing. He dropped it like, I'm out of here.
Because that shit get hot. It gets hot,
tough
boy.
on
It
that.
ain't.
You got to really have an act,
Yeah.
right?
I thought about hitting the stage before.
But see, you can do it because you around it a lot. And
Yeah.
you've been around it a lot. So what you know today, going up for your first time, you'll be, but just think you 15 years ago trying it before you've been around it like you have. You see, that'd be the difference. See, they had them just stepping out there the first time with no training.
And what I like when people see me and be like, I can do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and then
But it's just like when we watch LeBron, you be like, oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
That's when you know you good, when you make people feel that they could do what you do.
yeah, because it's easy.
But you can't do it. I watch Ron cut hair and be like, man, I could cut. But I ask my kids when I try to line them up.
Don't do it.
And
Don't do it.
they be crying. I be like, man,
Don't do it.
I can cut.
Totally different.
It's a different ball game. But you can do it if you put, the work into it. You funny, but it's just the work and learning how, the nuances and the things to do. But that's why I don't be encouraging people to do stand-up. I just don't, because I know the work you have to do. Now, if you want to do the work, then yeah. But if you just want to get in because you funny, I'd be like, nah.
Let me ask you this. Do you be honest with people when they tell you they want to go up and you see them go up for the first time or something, and by you having experience, you know that it's maybe not something that they good at or naturally gifted with? Do you have problems with telling them like the truth, like, dog, this not for you? Or
I just feel that ain't my call. You know what I'm saying? Just based off seeing you right then and there. I would never tell a person that it is or it's not for them. That's not my call. But what I will be like is just keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hate comics who try to tell people it's you, this is you. Nigga, that ain't your call. Because you can turn it around, you can get it going. But no, I don't be like, yo, this ain't for you. Just keep going. If you get on stage enough, you gonna figure this thing out. Period. And a lot of comics don't tell comics that because they don't want them to figure it out. But if you keep getting on stage, now it's some people been on stage 20 years and they still suck.
right.
But it ain't for me to tell you not to, you know what I'm saying? That's not my call. I'm not worried about you.
Have you ever saw somebody who try it and just said to yourself, no, he ain't gonna make it?
All the time.
That's the question.
All the time.
Like, what do you do in that situation?
I
'Cause,
said,
man,
be like, he don't got it.
Right.
She don't got it.
yeah.
Be a personality or get on the radio, or because what people don't realize, you don't have to do stand up. Like Reese, I would be like, you don't have to do stand up.
Right.
You can do this
Yeah.
Right.
and be funny.
Yeah.
Stand up is a different animal.
that's
Everybody
different.
think they have to, like when it come to these internet niggas, they be like, I be like, you don't gotta do stand up. stay doing the skits, doing that where you're funny. Stand up is a whole nother beast. But yeah, I say that all the time. You know, your top 5 favorite comedians
of all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with my. I'm gonna say Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
I used to like Roseanne Barr.
Okay. Okay.
I liked. Let me see, Eddie Murphy, Roseanne Barr. I like Eddie Griffin.
Ooh.
I like Chris Rock. And I like Cat Williams.
See, you could
Okay.
tell a lot by people's
Yeah, who they
by
favorite
people's
is.
comics.
Okay.
Remember we used to watch Uptown Comedy Club?
I was just gonna ask, what was the movie and y'all, or what was the show or movie in y'all household that all y'all like gravitated towards and watched frequently?
Man, we had so many of
so
them.
many.
What?
Adventures in Babysitting.
Adventures in Babysitting. That's his movie.
Man.
That's your movie?
Man, we had some
Adventures in
movies, man.
Babysitters.
Personality. See?
Yeah.
And we watched Hollywood Shuffle like a motherfucker. We used to watch Robert
The
Townsend.
Bold, the Black, the
Hollywood
Beautiful.
Shuffle. What people don't know was in Living Color before in Living Color, where they did all these skits.
Yeah.
Tommy Davidson, all them guys.
Robert
And that's what's
Townsend.
funny about me and him being comedian. We watched this stuff
Yeah.
without even
Knowing,
knowing
yeah.
Right.
that this
Right.
what we was going to do, bro. We used to watch, come home, it was on VHS, and put the tape in, watch Hollywood Shuffle every day, and just be laughing. You know, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Just
Yes.
all those type of
Yes.
movies like that.
That's
man.
crazy.
It's crazy.
The Bold, the Black, the Beautiful.
Yeah, when we get together, it'd be nuts. Christmas time, you know, family times, everybody. We used to film ourselves
Yeah.
doing shit. Like y'all did a whole skit at my house
We
when I
did.
wasn't even
We
there.
did.
nigga.
Thanksgiving.
We did. Yeah.
Christmas one.
It was
Yeah.
like
And
like
we just did
Thanksgiving.
skit after skit after skit.
Who
Right.
got those tapes?
Ooh, you. them-
Marcel.
No, I don't got them. Marcel went there.
That was your camera.
That was my camera. I
Right.
gotta find it.
Right.
Yeah. Nigga.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was crazy. So why you don't do skits? Do you do skits? I see
Yeah.
you. I
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah.
I just saw you.
I
in the
see
skit.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What's
love-
going on?
I love skits, man. Just trying to find my way with
I
that.
see you with some people though. Like
Yeah.
the last skit
Who? Who was it?
with the burnt up dude.
Oh yeah.
That's your
Oh,
boy.
Yeah.
Harvey Dent.
Yeah. We did a skit, man, and it just went platinum.
Yeah.
It just
Which
went
one?
platinum.
I keep seeing it.
It just went platinum.
I keep seeing
posted
it.
Do you want to do more skits?
I love skits. I love acting. I love being silly. Content, you know, creating content, different females, relationship stuff, baby mama stuff. You know, that's more my alley, actually. You know,
Speaking on that,
come on, somebody. Come
in the
on, somebody.
beginning of your career, you was married,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you tore the comedy game up when it come to women or whatever. Can we talk about that or
Yeah.
no?
What you mean, tore the comedy?
I mean,
What you mean?
Yeah.
you don't remember his wife being at shows?
No,
Ron, get your ass in the car.
no,
No,
I don't remember that.
you don't remember other girls coming up. You remember other comics like Dubs. Your brother fucking my sister up.
No, I don't have no recollection of these things. No.
Time heals all wounds. And it was, yeah, back in the days, I did start off, when I first started comedy, I was married, you know. I was back in the days. And it's been a long time, man.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been a lot of different changes. And
Do you think being married hinder you as a comic?
of course,
How so?
I mean, I think any form of entertainment, being married is just another challenge. It's just going to add challenges, you know. And I believe it also matters where you start. You know what I mean? First time around, first go round, young, you're going to face some challenges that you might not be able to get over. A little older, couple relationships under your belt, couple baby mamas, you might be able to handle it a little better. You know, you might have your ducks in a little bit more of an order. You know what I mean? But the younger you are, the fresher you are to the game, and the newer you are to popularity and fame, because that's gonna come, right, with the territory. And I think that's what destroys most young marriages and stuff when it comes to entertainment.
Do you think comedy destroyed your marriage?
Nah, man, been messed up. Nah.
Why I knew you was gonna say that.
Nah, it had nothing to do with
It had
comedy.
nothing to do with comedy.
Nah.
It was a rap already.
I was just young. I was too young.
Oh my God.
I just wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared at all for marriage, and I never really, you know, I just wasn't prepared. Marriage kicked my ass, man.
Did you get married again?
Yeah.
What?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
get married again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why'd it be different now?
Me. You know, me. I'm older. I'm more mature.
You ready? Is you ready now or still no?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready now.
It's winter and it's cold. that's all that shit is.
You be talking different in the summer.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Summertime.
I'm a little bit more able to handle those type of situations. You know what I mean? Being young with 5 kids and married, and trying to do comedy and do a lot of stuff. You know, it's a lot of pressure on you. You know.
I will say this. I think for me and everybody different. You know, it helped me because I need that restraint. Like for me, a lot of niggas won't agree, but you need that. Like I felt like Diddy needed a wife.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's why
That's the reason why
you needed a wife. You got too much money, too much influence for to do. Who says to do everything you want to do is good?
Right.
Right.
You don't need to do everything you want to do.
Yeah.
You don't. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's telling you no. Nobody's telling you slow down.
Right.
Right? That's not good.
Was it a time in your career where it was crazy?
What you mean?
Like
Hoes.
single?
He said
Yeah.
hoes.
Yeah. You have to go through that.
it, right.
You have to get
Right.
that and experience that and understand what it is and see what it is, and you can identify it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I feel sorry for the niggas who can't identify it and see and be like, oh, that's just that. And you want to be like, okay, that you know, and be able, because in this game, if you not strong on that, you ain't gonna never get this.
Right.
How you gonna get that? And for me, this what I want.
Right.
That's temporary. I need this. So you gotta be able to. In the beginning, I comedy cost me a relationship because once I got into comedy, I was gone. It was like locked and loaded. Like,
Damn.
and I know it was hard for that person because when they only know you for one thing,
Right.
I was a truck driver,
Right.
coming home every day. Then I start doing shows.
Right.
Then I'm funny. Then I'm meeting other women. Yeah, and she fat and ugly, and everybody I meet look 10 times better. Wow, it's a wrap.
Ooh.
And that's what I mean by
Yeah.
a young couple, right? And starting out, he's not used to the fame or the popularity, you know, and what comes with being an entertainer. And then she just know you for working at Popeyes, and now all of a sudden you this funny dude on the scene, and people want to take pictures with you. That's a challenge for you and a challenge for her, and y'all not ready for that as young, you know.
'Cause
And
you can see the comics who come around with their wives who their wives are mad. First of all, they mad because their husband ain't funny. They mad at that. And they mad that they still getting attention, you know. And it's like, how dare you go be something else
Right.
than what we signed up for?
Yeah.
How dare you try to be something more, you know? But yeah, it's challenges, but that's with anything. That's even going to church.
Yeah.
You know, a new young couple, it's temptations everywhere around you. Work, you know, it's a lot. Like my wife met a little trainer dude, left a card in her car that she say she don't know. But I keep finding these goddamn trainer cards.
Trainer card.
Yeah, Will Strong. His name Will Strong. Yeah, she keep denying it. I found this nigga. car in her car talking about Will Strong person.
Will Strong. We beating your ass,
Big dude
boy.
I said, but I also feel too, when you got a wife that's supportive, that's the number one thing. Who understands and because I couldn't do what I was on the road for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right. You need a person who understands and allow you to be on the road for 2 years. And I'm sure it wasn't easy for her. You know, she got to FaceTime me, and I got to walk around the room and show under the bed, and ain't no bitches in there.
That's a big step.
You got to do all that. But I was every weekend gone for 2 years.
Nigga.
Yo, that's,
Nigga.
you know. And, you know, I had to make some Cash App deposits and
Some bags.
some shit. But, you know, I understand that if she wasn't secure enough,
Right.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
You know, because any woman could make it a problem. She could have made it a problem. She could have made it, well, don't go next month.
Right.
Or, you know, I want to go, or,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm grateful. I had to choke her a few times.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes that happens.
you gotta choke your girl sometime. But
Sometimes.
no, she was cool about it. But
And yeah, comedy have cost me a couple of relationships.
Really?
You know,
Wow.
a number of them, to be exact.
a number, how
Yeah.
many?
About 13.
13.
About 13. About 13. Just, you know, where
Damn.
you was in it, locked and loaded with somebody, and,
Serious?
you know.
Did you ever deal with a woman who didn't understand?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That didn't understand,
Yeah.
didn't want you to do comedy?
Yes. Couldn't handle it, you know, fussing, arguing, wrong times on the way to a show. I remember going to a show
Okay.
with a woman. We was in a relationship, and we was arguing on the way to the show.
Before you got to perform.
On the way there, arguing, you know, back and forth. And I didn't understand back then energy.
You need your energy.
I got to the show. I had one of the worst shows. It was a dope show,
Right.
dope lineup, dope spot. And I just had one of the worst shows ever. I couldn't get nothing
You
going.
transferred that energy.
My energy was so effed up.
See?
And that's when I understood, like, even if I'd rather be by myself going to a show to preserve my energy, because my energy got to be right whenever I stand before the people and present my gifts.
See, and my wife know not to speak to me 2 days before a show.
2 whole days?
If I got a show
understanding.
Friday, Wednesday, wrap that shit up.
Tell me what you want.
That's it. Because I need that space. I can't worry about nothing. Because people who don't perform don't know, G.
Right.
You need that.
Yeah.
In order for me to perform, you can't tell me that I left something on the count.
That's that understanding.
You gotta know.
Right.
I, as a performer, you know, even being on the road, you can't call and be like, yo, the basement flood.
Right.
No.
Right. That's that
In
understanding.
front of 3,000 people, now my mind is, you finna bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, right. And
Yep. Like my girl now, she really understands. Like,
you got a girl now?
yeah.
What's her name?
Man, she doing pretty good too. She doing pretty good. I gotta give it to her. She doing good.
She
Like,
decent.
on the way to the shows.
Okay.
Like, you know, she understands that I might want to go through my notes, right? So she's offering to drive. You want me to drive? Yeah, you drive. You know, she's getting me anything I need and make sure I can get my mind straight hours before the show. So anything unnecessary that I don't have to do, she's volunteering
you know
to
what
do
I get? I get manager vibes from her.
Yeah.
Almost like she been managed. Your show's been looking different too.
Man, she'll manage the stuff out of my money.
do it.
Yes,
Money.
yes. Man, right here. She be like, right here.
Oh, my God.
I'll manage that. I'll manage.
That comes with it, though.
I'll be like, this ain't enough. She be like, we'll manage. She a manager. She a manager.
But that's the difference maker, though. Just having that person that understands and
far as the women coming up, taking pictures,
Right.
hugging,
Hugging,
getting too close,
touching,
putting themselves on you. You know, all that is like come with the territory, and she understands that.
she don't get mad.
Man, she don't get mad. Females be kiss me on the jaw and stuff. And but again, you
Is
know,
it a limit though.
no limit soldiers. No limit soldier. I thought I told you. No limit soldier. No. You know, I love her. You know, she there and she understand. But again, when we met, I was older. I had been through the 13, you know. So it's different times. You know.
Now, did you have to explain this to her? Did you have to sit her down and explain, or she just already knew?
She just already knew.
Because she's a performer too.
She's
right?
a performer too, and I believe she went through some similar situations.
With guys?
In her previous relationship, she been through the same thing. So I think when me and her met, it was like already understood, and she never tried to stop me from the attention or whatever. She understand my lifestyle too. When we met, I met her at a show, and I was with another female at the time when I met her.
What?
Yeah, I was with a female friend when I met her, right? And so she
That's
never
bogus.
tried to stop that from me. She always understand, you know, females come with the territory. And she say, hey, you know, that's how you live, that's your lifestyle, you know, but that's how it is. And I think, like you said earlier, that support, man.
I was with a female when I met my wife too, bro.
Really?
Dang.
Was I?
No, you wasn't.
I
You
see her
wasn't.
face. No, I
You
wasn't.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Nah, I was single.
You wasn't.
We brothers.
Not officially.
Not officially. I was
Right.
just dating.
Right.
Hidden.
Right. I was hanging out, not in a relationship, but I was hanging out with a
Right,
female
you just
friend. Yep.
be hanging out.
And we met that night. It was so funny too.
Cause that's what's crazy is when you doing comedy, all the people you be meeting is at comedy shows.
Yeah.
Right.
Same people.
You meeting the females at the comedy shows. Since I've done comedy, every person I was with after that, I met at a comedy show.
Wow.
And that's crazy. At Jokes and Notes. You know, but you know, that's why I was glad they closed. Cause that chapter, I was burn that motherfucker to
That
the
came with hoes. huh?
burn that bitch to the ground. But that's dope, man. I'm happy for you, G. I've always been proud of you, man. How you been just grinding. What's next for you? What was looking at 2025? What is you gonna do different in 2024, or isn't anything different you want to do this year?
Far as comedy or anything,
Comedy, life, whatever.
I think next for me is like marriage.
I
Yeah,
don't
Really?
believe that.
maybe so. Yeah,
Real talk.
yeah, marriage.
Now I will say this: if your first wife, gonna fuck you up, you believe that, or how?
Y'all cool now or
Is
what?
that gonna be cool? If
Yeah, we
you
cool
can
now.
You can get married again.
yeah.
What about the other 13?
Now they might be a problem with
Because
them.
you don't know how people feel about
Right,
stuff until
right.
you get.
Yeah.
You be like, how can I? Why
Yeah.
I can't get
I
married?
thought we was gonna get married.
and be happy.
Yeah.
And I think that my record been clean.
Wow.
you know.
No, your record ain't never
Yeah,
clean.
I've been free from a lot
See,
of.
men be thinking we cool. We think we be cool.
Okay.
Nah, we ain't got no. Till you get married.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga.
That text message.
Woo.
Kids grown, so you know I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, and
I would love to see that.
yeah, I think marriage, man.
Hold a wedding.
yes,
all that?
Yes.
You gonna get this motherfucker a wedding too? Oh, yeah, you gonna die, boy.
Did you get your first wife a wedding?
Hell no.
No,
Hell no.
we was young, man.
No,
I was young.
G.
Yep.
Yeah, she gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, dog.
I think marriage, man.
Woo.
That's what's next for me, man. And you know,
What about career wise? Comedy, cutting hair? Are you stopped cutting hair for a while?
yeah.
What's
For a
going
minute,
on?
I'll be back cutting hair. I'm actually trying to situate that now.
Yeah, because when you gonna get your shit out of our studio?
You like your stuff next door, partner. Rent piling up.
We
son.
gotta make some money. nigga.
I'm 2025. Got a new shop coming.
Let's get it.
This
Okay,
year, new shop
okay.
coming, and I want to do some more stuff musically. Far as I want to do a lot of guitar stuff this year, man.
Okay.
A guitar seminar.
Man, stuff like that, man.
Well, guitar class.
Yeah, stuff like that,
Or
man.
a guitar album, like Andre 3000.
guitar
Stuff
album.
like
Yeah.
that. That's
Wow.
so. Yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Just broaden my horizon, man. Stuff like that, and comedy, more churches, man, and stuff like that. I actually got something coming up at Pastor Hannah's church this year. I mean, on February 15th.
You done did that every year,
Yeah,
didn't
well, I
you?
did it last year. It was my first year doing it, and it's a singles ministry show. And it said Pastor
brought you back.
They bringing me back this year. It's February 15th, and I actually want to invite my whole family. I want all my kids. I
Okay.
want my
That's
brothers and
Valentine's
sisters.
Day.
Is you gonna
Yeah.
be married before this? Because you can't get married then try to invite.
Right? No, not
Okay.
before that.
Okay.
Marriage probably be a
Later?
little more in the future. Yeah, I'm getting that together now, but that's just something that I want to do.
Is that Valentine's Day or the day after?
The day
That's
after.
The day after. The day after. Yep. And I want everybody there, man. Pastor Hannah. Shout out to Pastor Hannah. It's a nice church, beautiful ambiance. And I just said, like, man, I want to have everybody there. You know, my mom, them.
We gonna
Everybody.
try it. We gonna make it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gonna put it up.
Yes, sir.
We asked you your 5 top comedians of all time.
Okay.
Give us your 5 top Chicago comedians.
Chicago comics, top 5. Let me see. I'm going to go with Marvin Phipps.
There we go.
That's one.
That's
Bullshit.
one. There we go.
I'm going to go with Marvin Phipps for one.
Look at my son. That's right.
I'm gonna go with Marvin Phipps for originality. Okay, let me see 2. I'm gonna go with Just Niche for number 2.
Just
I'm
niche.
gonna go with Just Niche, and then I'm gonna go with Calvin Evans, number 3. I say Marlon Mitchell.
Woo.
Got to throw Marlon in there,
That's a strong one.
and Damon Williams.
Damon
Okay.
Williams.
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You got an honorary 6.
Honorary 6. Let me see. Honorary 6. I would say L'Oreal.
Okay.
L'Oreal.
Can't go wrong with that list.
Yeah.
You did you start niche? Would you say you started niche, or what's that story?
No, actually, I think me and Niche started around the same time.
Y'all started at the
I
same
met
time.
Niche at one of her first or second shows.
Okay.
It's at Outriggers. One of her
Outriggers?
Outriggers. Yep. Knowledge had Outriggers out in
Wow.
150. And one of her first and second shows, and I met her then, which I was just starting too.
Because I didn't meet Niche until I saw her with you.
Yeah.
Right.
At the barbershop on 47th Street. That was the first time I even seen her.
Oh, getting chased. Yeah. Yeah. And so, right. So
Wow.
we around the same time. She had performed like one time, and I saw her. Yep.
That's
So,
cool.
yep.
Getting chased.
Who are you responsible? Like in comedy, it's people that people bring in that we be like, they responsible, or you brought this person in. Who have you brought in anybody?
Man, it's a lot of them. They just ain't make it. You don't know
Oh
'em.
my God.
I don't even know them no more. And I'd rather not say. There ain't nobody. Man, these niggas ain't nobody. You know how you want to be proud of them? Oh, so-and-so.
Yeah.
I'd rather not say. They won't be out there bumming on my credit. No, sir.
Oh my God. It's just so, dog. It's just so much shit that, like, in my mind, we could do this shit all
Yeah, we can
fucking
keep going.
day, but
We can keep going.
it's just because this family.
Right.
This ain't
Right.
even you know
No,
what I'm
no
saying?
notes or nothing.
No, this family. This is like, nigga. We got story. We ain't even tapped into Christmases and Halloweens and kids, and we'll be up here all night.
All night.
If we got into that stuff, that's crazy.
But start out, hit him with this or that.
What you was finna
I was
ask?
going to ask you a question. Do you remember, I think we was at the shop on Cicero, and I think you was thinking about doing comedy, and you asked me, I think you was coming out of high school or something, like 19 or something. back then, I believe. I don't know how the age. But you asked me, you was thinking about doing comedy, and you asked me, like, man, how to be funny or something like that. You was like, how, man, or how you get girls or something like that.
In the shop.
But I want, nigga.
I don't know the time.
I was young.
Okay.
I did ask you.
It was like,
Bro,
man,
how to get girls.
he was like, man, how you get girls? And okay, so I told you, like, just be funny and stuff like that. Right.
You did. I was like 13.
Okay, right. We was little.
I was like, how do I get girls? And he was like, just be funny, be yourself.
Yeah.
And that always stuck with me. Just be yourself.
Right.
And it turned. Like, I did. Because it was this girl in the neighborhood that just moved over there, and I liked her. And I was like, man, what do I say? And you was like, but Ron, I think you was, see my kids, I can't even go into it. But yeah, I did. I was like, how you get girls? And he was laughing like, man.
It was too funny.
Yeah.
He was
about
so serious.
13 or
What's
14.
the age gap between both
About
of you?
4 years.
4.
4 years.
But everybody think I'm older than him. He's
okay.
older than me.
Okay.
Everybody be like, you his big brother. I be like, nah.
And I let him think it sometime.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be
'Cause
like,
in fact, the whole plan was like we weren't telling people.
Right.
We just wanted, we just was right. We
I didn't know
weren't
that.
telling
Right.
In the beginning, we was
Right.
like, we ain't gonna tell.
We never really broadcast.
Because that wasn't
like
gonna
that.
be the gist to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just people,
Right.
just two individuals doing what they do. And if you found out, you found out. But that wasn't something we was just
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? Because, right. And people be so surprised how brotherly. I be
Right.
like,
Yeah.
they be like, oh, y'all so cute. I be like, nigga.
Because they
this-
don't see that.
They don't.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they tell me, like, y'all should do more. Y'all should do
I was going to ask you,
this.
do y'all shy away from doing a lot of shows together, or do y'all prefer to do a lot of shows together?
I think that it's best that we do more stuff together. It's in our best interest because we do know each other, chemistry-wise, comedy-wise, and then just family-wise, period. So
I just be wanting the situation to be right.
Right, okay.
I don't want people to group us, and because he got his own price, I got mine, right?
Right.
So I don't like when people call me like, yeah, I'm gonna get you and your brother. You got to call my brother,
Right. Then
right,
you-
and get his price. Then you got to call me. You
Right.
can't just call me and be like, I want both of you. Nigga, no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he his own entity, I'm my own entity. But what people would try to do,
right.
man, y'all both come together. You know, they want us to ride together. They want us to get the same hotel. It's
Right,
like, no,
right.
you gonna get his flight,
Yeah.
his room. You
Yeah.
gonna get my flight,
Right,
my room.
right.
They want us to, like, we're a duo, nigga.
Yeah.
We not a duo.
Right.
We
And-
brothers.
And a lot of people can't really get him,
Right.
right? So they try to use me. And that lead me to be like, I used to call him.
Yeah.
Like, Joe, hey, so-and-so. And then not knowing that he already
right.
told them, like,
Nah.
no, he ain't going to do it,
Yeah.
or his price is this. So they'll call me like, I want you and your brother, man. I got this. Then I call him. He'll be like, no, man.
I already
Now I
told
got to
him.
call him back and be like, no. So now it's like,
And like I
talk
tell
to
him, I say just call Ron. Just call him. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to work out nothing for both of us with one person. Call him, call me, and we'll work something out. But I would love to, like, if I'm touring, my brother on tour, we on tour, that's gonna happen. Like, I'm not worried about that at all. It's going to happen, but for now, we both just laying the groundwork, building social media, getting funnier, getting out more, and just what's funny about comedy, as you doing it, it's gonna come full circle. Like, everything you've done, and that's what I realized in my career. All the things I've done, when I got to this point, it just made sense. Like, this why I was doing all that. Because now in LA, when I'm in LA, I see people that I done met 7 years. So it all makes sense when you be like, this why I was doing this, or this why I was doing that. So we definitely gonna keep it rocking, keep it going. But we don't got no cameras. We still rolling. But yeah, we gonna do that. That's not nothing, How do you feel about the state of Chicago comedy right now, as far as with rooms and where you think we at, where you think we headed?
I think that Chicago comedy really took a hit comedy-wise the last couple years, you know, and I think that the comedy game period, since the rise of the internet, stand-up just not the same no more, right? Because you got internet people with followings now that's actually running a stand-up game now. And the craft's not the same. Yeah. It's not the same craft anymore. So I think that as far as comedy go, man, it's a thin line these days. You know, you got to really find your niche and stick to it. But social media really took over. You got people doing skits all day long. Now they the new comedians. You don't got to leave your house and pay to go see a show no more.
Right.
You go right on your phone and go to somebody's page, and they done put a few skits up now. So I think stand-up comedy, man, it's going to take some real genuine efforts and collectively some real genuine efforts and people to really keep that going and keep it strong. Like, we got a few pioneers here that's going to keep it going, but at the same time, it could be a lot more.
Yeah. I think also I agree with that, but I'm also seeing as of now, those people are starting to fade. It's starting to...
the internet,
the love or the drive for that, and then I think what's going to happen if we stay true to what we do, which is stand up, it's going to come back.
Okay,
you know, it's going to, you know, that's why we got to stay sharp. We got to stay performing, you know, and because they're doing what we've been doing, you know, and I got a joke about this on stage. Like, a lot of people be like, Dubs, why you don't do skits, or why you don't? Like, I came in the game where you didn't do this and you didn't show this and you don't do that.
Right.
You just work. Yeah. Right? Nowadays, you got to show everything. You got to show people you book. You got to show people you're funny. So it's hard for me to make that transition because where I'm at. So I look at it like, I know when the niggas got good at the Morse code, right? When the motherfucker finally got good, then they talking about a phone. Yeah. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, I done got good with this. Now you talking about a phone, or niggas who been riding horses. You done got good with Bessie. Now the motherfucker talking about a car. It's like, nigga. So it's that for me. You know, it's like, I know I have to do it, right? But I don't have to do it. Right. That's why I'm going to get, like, I know for me, it's hard for me to just get on a skit. Hey, y'all, and I ain't finna do all that. I'm not going to do it. But I know I need internet presence. I know I need videos. I know I need clips. So the way I got to do it is with a podcast, with my comedy, to still fill that void of being on the internet. Because you have to be on the internet these days.
The game has definitely changed now, man.
Yep. You have to. So with that being said, man, keep shining, my brother.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? This the last show
of 2024.
Shout your social media out where they can find you and where you at.
Ronnie Phunny George, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. Ronnie Phunny George, funny with a PH.
You on TikTok?
TikTok, Ronnie Phunny George. Yep.
Wow.
When your next show?
My next show, man, is February 15th. Pastor Hannah's church, man. Everybody come out, celebrate with your boy, because it's going down.
Man, Reese, what is I got to get good with this shit, YouTube and all that shit.
Well, YouTube is the Offstage Podcast.
Offstage.
The Instagram is Offstage Show. Facebook, the Offstage Podcast.
Can you put the links?
I'm going to put all that. It's going to be all right here.
Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Because
follow the page.
Follow the page.
Subscribe.
Everything.
Like, comment, share. All of that. We want to thank Ronnie Phunny George for coming out.
Appreciate you for coming out, bro.
Good show, and we're going to bring you back, too.
Anytime. Part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2. We got to start a comedy beef with you.
Yeah.
We got to start. That's what we're going to start doing. Beef.
What's that?
You got to create a little phony beef.
Little beef.
With B. Cole or somebody. Somebody super nice. And just have a beef with them. But appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
This rap don't work, then it's back to jugging. I might just hit some stains, then it's back to booking. I'm somewhere with the gang, smoking on this cookie. These niggas don't even smell what the rock is cooking. If this rap don't work, then it's back to jugging. I might just hit some stains, then it's back to booking. gang, smoking on his cookie. These niggas don't even smell